Hey guys. All right. I just had a dream, a doozy, a real doozy. May take a little while to explain the whole thing, but this just happened. It's still going on in the spirit world. We're trying to figure out the dream and what I got in the dream. But this is my take on it for what I know. Shit. So it's 4 a.m. I just woke up, just left. My feet are still in the dream. I can still see the dream right now. Doesn't, because I'm still at the same place I was dreaming, which means it's a real place. I'll get to that in the dream and everything. All right, okay. Sorry if I'm a little off. I'm always off, but I'm more off now because I'm not really fucking here in my body. So hang in there. Anyway, bear with me. I go to sleep and I'm dreaming. I'm at a landscaping place. All the earth has been landscaped. There's a pond. There's a bevy sort of thing around the pond that's been landscaped with bulldozers, construction equipment. There is no construction equipment, but the earth has been landscaped like they're making a new subdivision for the humans to live. And I'm with my buddy from this life. His name is Dan. But Dan is represented to my mind to make sense of the person I'm actually with. And that person I'm with is Quincy. Quincy's an old friend who turned gay. Well, declared to me he's a Jesus Christ. He's gay, and so we don't really hang out anymore because he fell in love with me. And there's all this strife going on between me and him because I'm not gay, but he wants to fuck me. So fuck it, I got other to do with him. I haven't shot him yet, but he knows enough to stay away. Anyway, this is reality. This is spirit world. I just say it. I'm sorry I use bad words for all you woke people out there, but fuck you if you're woke. Let's carry on. Anyway, Dan's Dan's digging around this pond, and he's digging in the dirt with a shovel going, saying something to me. I ain't really paying attention because I don't know why I'm with Dan. I'm trying to figure that out. But I'm standing there, I'm talking to him. We're just talking at his landscape. He's digging. And he goes, "Holy fuck. Look at this." And he pulls out a great big dead snake. 6 foot long dead snake. And he fucking smells it and it's dead. It was going putrid. And somebody buried it or it died in the landscape. But he dug it up and he's fucking looking at it. And I'm like, God damn, would you just get rid of that damn thing? And so he takes it and he throws it in the pond. And he's like, that was pretty gross, man. And I go, yeah, we start talking again. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm there and I'm talking to him. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, in my head, I'm dreaming this. I'm like, whatever, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. We're talking. And all of a sudden, I grab the shovel and I start digging. I dig a couple of things. All of a sudden, I hit something hard. So I reach down and it looks pretty cool. So I reach down, I pick up, and I dug this up in the dirt. I dug it up. I look at it, and it's a skull. And I'm looking at it, and I brush the dirt off it. It's a skull, but it's not a dead skull. It's a stone carving of a skull in granite. I know what granite looks like. I dug it up in granite. Well, I dug up a hunk of granite stone that's been carved into a skull. And I'm looking at it, I go, I know this. I know this. I know this from visual representation. So I know where on earth I've seen this before. And it's like old Mayan, Inca, or Aztec, one of them things, skulls. It's got the round eyes carved into it, the round eyes that come out of the skull, like out a couple inches. The teeth are carved all perfectly. The skull is there, and it's Mayan, Inca, or Aztec. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, wow. And I was going to throw it in the pond with the snake he found. But I go, nah, I think I'm going to keep this, man. This looks pretty cool. And it's perfect. It's so real, I can't even believe it. I'm thinking, is this real? Is this real? Who the fuck would carve a granite skull? Who the fuck would carve a granite skull? It's pretty cool, but should I keep it? And all of a sudden I wake up. Boom. I'm in St. Illucian in my home, I guess. My home. No, I'm in my I, I'm still in the dream where I was looking at the skull, but I woke up. I'm still there. And all of a sudden I realized, fuck, I got the skull. So I grab the skull and I bring it to my chest, but I'm awake in my head and I go, CBC, 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 who's my buddy who lives at home. And he comes, he's sleeping. No one knows where the fuck he is because he's sleeping. So I go, Tina, Tina. And I know Tina's there. She's been there for 18 years. So I call her. She's sleeping, but she wakes up. All the kids tell her, Rich wants to see you. He found something. He found something. CBC's sleeping. You can't find him, so you got to take it. And I only give it to Tina. I won't give it to anybody else. CBC or Tina or one of my kids. Because as far as I'm concerned, everybody, all the Regent Priests, they'll just steal it. And I want to get this fucking thing. I want to keep it because it's cool. I still don't have no context of what I just found. It's just cool. It's cool. So anyway, Tina comes running down. She goes, "Yeah, what is it?" And I can feel her now. I go, "Here, take this. I got it in my dream. It means something." So I take it. She goes, "Holy fuck." She takes it up to the Regent Priests. I'm still in the fucking dream. I ain't got out of bed yet. I'm still sleeping. Well, laying in bed with my eyes closed. But I'm still in the dream, but I'm in St. Lucian. And I'm in this world. So three places. The Regent Priest, they're all talking about it. The Regent Priest looks at it. The legend, what is that fucking guy called? The equalizer, one of the equalizer guys. He's still with me. He comes running down. He goes, "Are you still in the dream?" I go, "Yeah, yeah." He goes, "Stay there." He goes, "You don't know where it is?" I go, "No, I don't know. I was with my buddy and I dug this up." So I tell the priest, I assume he's a priest. So he goes, "Stay there, don't move." He comes into me and goes to the place of my dream. So he's in my dream with me. He looks around and he don't know where it is. He can't nail it down. He don't know where I am. I say I'm with Dan, my friend Dan. Dan dug up a snake and threw it in the pond because it was dead, because it stunk. And Dan is Quincy with them. Now, I had Quincy as a Jesus Christ at one point. We became good friends. That's all we were, good friends, until he declared he was in love with me, and that ended our friendship. We still talk to him. That's it. Anyway, there's another story with that. It's pretty important. It has to do with my trains. So I gave them the skull. I tell them it's either it looks like Inca, Aztec, or Mayan skull, like on the step pyramids in South America. Step pyramids. CBC comes over. He's back now. He woke up. He comes over and he's a spirit that woke up, my buddy, and he comes into me and he used to be a part of me. He used to be my soul. He grew up like my innocence, became something, became a person, an individual, and separated from me. Now he's CBC, my buddy. He knows me, so he goes right into me. He goes, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I go, reach down, touch my feet, and touch the ground. So he takes his hand, runs down my leg, touches the ground. I go, who there? I go, my buddy. He goes, your buddy? My buddy Dan was there. He goes, you mean Quincy? I go, whatever. Because my brain has to interpret it. My brain has to interpret somebody I know on the earth. So Quincy, that's Jesus Christ. In my mind, I have to interpret it to Dan because I know Dan. Quincy and Dan feel the same. So I have to interpret it in my brain. It's fucked, I know. And it's not a good thing. But anyway, so I'm hanging out. I tell him about Dan's snake find, which is in the Inca, Mayan, or Aztec days, a serpent. The snake represented a serpent, and he threw it in the pond. I dug up a granite skull, granite carved skull, and I gave it to Tina. So it's just the same thing as I do with my vehicles. I dream I'm in a fucking 1968 Chevy Nova and I'm driving it. I wake up in the car. I get out of the car and I give it to Jesus Christ. And I got my car. Well, I dreamt about me digging up a granite skull. And I gave it to Tina. But everybody wants to know about it. As they're all fighting what the fuck's going on with Rich and where you dreamt this up. Because it's ancient. It's ancient. CBC calls the priestess over because it's ancient. What I have, it looks brand new, like it was made yesterday. That's how perfect it is. The skull, but I dug it up out of a landscaping site. Priestess comes running because she's all about the Anunnaki and ancient cultures. She checks out the skull. She don't come to me. She goes to the skull. I'm telling them this is Anunnaki shit. You know, like the megaliths in ancient Egypt and all over the world. Except this was made like the megalith, like the crystal skull, but it is a granite skull. So Yeah, it looks like a crystal skull. You know the crystal skulls? Not the good crystal skull. The secondary ones. It was like that, just like that. But it's not crystal, it's granite. And it had the protruding eyes and the teeth that were carved, and it had the ears and everything made out of granite. Anyway, I know that because of a movie I just watched, not a movie, a video, which is an hour long, but it's talking about the hard rock, the hard stone vases they found in ancient Egypt and other places. So the Anunnaki, I call them the Anunnaki, for lack of a better word, they created the vases. Okay, the hard stone, the ones you can't precision vases. Back in those days, the Anunnaki or the pharaohs of Egypt, 4,000 years ago, that dynasty was living. They had garbage from the Anunnaki left over when they left, but they're all part of it. But to our understanding, this is what happened. Anyway, these vases are blowing people's minds all over the world because they can't be fucking done in, with contemporary tools. There's no fucking possible fucking way they can be done in our society today. And I gotta share this with you because I can. This is a video of that I watched before I had this dream. And I think the vases had something to do with my dream in the skull of the granite skull. All right. Okay. So it is. Let me show you here. It's called Uncharted X. Lost Ancient Technology with Christopher Dunn Giza, the Tesla Connection Precision Core Drills. This gets into all the Anunnaki stuff. But these guys are like scientists. They believe there's ancient people, an ancient culture, but they don't believe they're extraterrestrials. They don't believe in extraterrestrials or whatever. They're scientists. They are blacklisted and blackballed by the real scientists, well, supposedly real scientists, by the university scientists saying it's all bullshit. But this guy from Uncharted X, I don't know his name, I forgot his name. He found these fucking he found that no man, these vases, the Egyptians, pharaohs, couldn't fucking make. They repeated it with clay and, limestone carvings of vases. They tried to repeat it, but these hard stone vases cannot be done. So I take it, so you should watch these videos, Uncharted X, if you're interested in this stuff. Anunnaki, straight up. And pretend they found that on Mars, because the shit's on Mars, the shit's on the moon, the shit's all over the solar system. We just have yet to go there and find it, but it's there. There's photographs of it all day long on the internet. Anyway, check that out. Christopher Dunn. I'll post a link to this in the description. Uncharted X. Oh, fuck, I still have a sleep. How do I get out of this now? Oh, stop share. Anyway, so there you have it, folks. Oh, and the place they said, CBC said the dream was in the new the new region. Okay, St. Illucian is made up of 8 regions, like states, 8 states. St. Illucian. St. Illucian is a continent of 8 regions. Well, they just made another region, which is 9 regions. So 9 regions they have made a recent one, the new region. And I made a video about that a while ago. Check it out. But they made 9 regions, or they made a new region, which is a ninth region, a ninth state. So it's like the United States getting Canada. But in the spirit world, they make the region. That's why this all this landscaping was going on. They are making a new subdivision in the new region for people to live or whatever. I don't know all the details. That's as far as they got. That's where they said I was in my dream. What I'm doing there, I have no fucking idea. What is Quincy doing there? I have no fucking idea. Quincy, Dan, I have no idea. I have no idea what the fucking dream is about. All I know is I dug up a fucking ancient skull made out of granite. And I doubt I'll get to keep it. It'll probably end up in a fucking museum somewhere because the looters and thieves will fucking steal it. Like they steal everything from me. They steal my fucking trains. So, yeah, just one more thing I want to show you. I made this train recently. I made it. I made it. Oh, fuck. The tube. Does the tube have anything to do with this? The tube has the ancient skull to deal with it. The ancient granite skull. Because the ancient granite skull is out of context of the dream. So I dreamt the skull, which come out from the tube, which represents everything. So I'm thinking it's in ancient times, Quincy and me lived in that time because he dug up the serpent. He dug up the serpent, which represented him. I dug up the ancient skull, which represented me in ancient time. He dug up the serpent, which is dead. I dug up the skull. So you get that from ancient times. So according to what this dream is saying, we had past lives together. What it looked like, I don't know. I don't know. There's only one dream I had as an Aztec, and I got my head chopped off on top of a step pyramid. And it rolled down the fucking stairs and blood leaked out and they carved my fucking heart out and ate it or whatever the fuck. I died and I woke up and I showed everybody my Aztec tattoo. I said, look at my Aztec tattoo. Look at my Aztec tattoo on my ankle. That was a past life I had. Now, was it that life or what life around there at the same time frame, roughly? Yeah, but I think it has to do with Quincy because Quincy decided he's gonna fall in love with me, and he wasn't making my trains anymore. I'm not making your trains anymore, Rich, because you won't fuck me. Well, fuck you. Fuck off when I'm punching your fucking teeth out. I hate that when they do that to you. Oh, my God, I hate it. We became business partners in producing my trains. He's a fucking master at it, creating trains, toy trains. They're not fucking toys. They're fuck, as far as I'm concerned, they're official artifacts I created off the internet. You can't get them anywhere in the fucking spirit world. I create them from the fucking real fucking train in my head to you using the tube to St. Lucia people. Then I shrink it down to HO scale so I can have a train set to play with in the spirit world. The train I'm going to show you right now train I'm going to show you right now, I'm the only one in the spirit world that created it. The only one. The only fucking one. I created it. It's the only one that exists in the spirit world. So there you go. I'll show you right now. Share screen. There it is. I created that. Every fucking bolt you see on that thing, I created it. Gave it to them in the form of an illusion from the tube, which I have to get into in more detail. They took it, they shrunk it down, and created an exact copy of it. They made 3 copies of it, gave it back to me, and I'm putting the paint on it. And my soul is putting the paint on it. I hand it back to them. They take it, they make it go. They put the lights in, they make the motor drive work. I don't know how they do it. Well, I've seen how they do it, but I don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense to me, but they can do it. And I put it on my train set and I play with it. That's it. That's all. I just wanted fucking these trains before I'm dead. And I can only make them because I'm in this reality. Nowhere else in the history of the human race is this fucking train going to exist but here on Earth for 50 years. And then it's gone from history because that's how long they last. This is called a SD50F. SD50F. And I'm creating all of them. Every fucking train I can before I die. Because that's how important it is to me. I love fucking trains. I fucking desire. I wish I would an engineer in this lifetime. Thanks to the aliens, they ruined everything. But that's just the way it goes. And I should have been. Fuck, I should have been an engineer. Anyway, stop share. SD50F. I should make a video. I'm gonna make a video about it. How to create. Yes. Yeah, using the tube. But you don't use a tube. You just let the tube do its thing and you create it. I'll get into that when I can talk better. I'm just getting this video now about the granite skull and my dream so I can remember it. So that was a dream. They went in my dream. They found out where it was in St. Lucian I was at because I didn't know in my head. It has to do with Quincy, Jesus Christ, because he's a Jesus Christ. I was a Jesus Christ, but I can't do it in the body. So fucking. Well, there's another thing about my seeds I gotta tell you about, but that's another video. I gotta drink my coffee and smoke. Get piss. Anyway, granite skull retrieved from a dream into the spirit world, representing my ancient past lives. And Quincy was part of it. In what way, shape, or form, I don't know yet. I still gotta get a report from them. If I do and it's cool, I'll give it to you here. And I found out something else about my seeds, but that is another video. Later, guys.